Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rekha Devi. Today we will understand the concept of descriptive statistics and inferential statistics because it's very important to understand these before moving ahead in conducting hypothesis tests using SPSS. So majorly there are two types of statistics we perform on SPSS. One is for organization of numerical data and another is for interpretation of numerical data. For organization of numerical data, the kind of statistics we use is called descriptive statistics. It is used to describe the situation or the event. Descriptive statistics can be useful in communicating the overall picture of our dataset. For example, for discussing marks of students in the exam, so mean, median, mode, standard deviation, quartiles, percentiles, they all are example of descriptive statistics. So let me show you descriptive statistics in SPSS. So this is the interface of SPSS. If you go on file, so you can open any data if you have saved in your system. So I have saved yesterday one data, dummy data. So I will perform the descriptive statistics on that. So we'll go on open and data. Then from here, you can select any data with file extension .sav. So I will open it. So as you can see here, our variables are hard work, performance, gender, social economic status, and the total sample size is 20. So let's perform the descriptive statistics. We will go on analysis and then on descriptive statistics, we'll click on frequencies. Here there is a box which is a variable box, and here it asks you to whatever variable you want to perform the test on. So you can move that in the variable box. So let's say I want to perform on marks obtained in the examination. So I will move it here. Then on statistics, you can click and here you can see you can do the calculation according to any of these. So like you want to calculate the central tendency or distribution, dispersion, percentile value. So you can click on the box and that result will appear in the output. So let's say I want to have the mean, mode, median and sum, and also the standard deviation for the marks obtained in the examination. So we'll check that and we'll click on continue and we'll click on OK. So here in the output window, you can see the descriptive statistics have been shown, like number, like n denotes the total number of sample, then mean for the same, median, mode, standard deviation and the sum. So this is all calculated for the one variable marks obtained in the examination. Okay, and so this is how the results of descriptive statistics can be drawn. You can click on any of the box for regarding that you want the results in to be appear here. So now coming to the inferential statistics. For interpretation of numerical data, the kind of statistics we use is called inferential statistics. As a researcher, we most often use interpretation of numerical data, which is also called as interpretation and inference. Practical use of statistics is to draw inferences from the numerical data. When it comes to drawing inferences, we have to go by two approaches, and that depends upon the nature of our data. So we can have two type of approaches here depending upon the shape of the distribution and certain assumptions whether our data fulfill them or not. And we call these two approaches parametric statistics and non-parametric statistics. Parametric statistics, it refers to the kind of statistics that is used when certain assumptions about the population or parameters like say its mean, standard deviation are fulfilled, like normality of distribution, homogeneity of variance, randomness of selection, and independence of sample. So if these assumptions are fulfilled, we use parametric statistics. One sample t-test, independent sample t-test, paired sample t-test, one-way ANOVA, regression, linear regression, all are examples of parametric statistics. So now coming to the second approach, non-parametric statistics. When these assumptions which we just discussed are violated, we use a kind of statistics called non-parametric statistics. For example, Mann-Whitney U-test, chi-square test. So these tests we use when our data fails to meet our one of the 4 assumptions recommended for the parametricity. So let me show you inferential analysis or inferential statistics in SPSS. So for inferential statistics, again, you have to go on analysis and you have to come down on compare means. Here you can see there are various parametric tests they have given. One sample t-test, independent sample t-test, summary independent sample t-test, paired sample t-test, one-way ANOVA, and many more. So you can perform these tests on your hypothesis. So let's say I want to perform independent sample t-test. I will click on that. And here you can see there are two box appearing, test variables and another one is grouping variable. So test variable, we will put our dependent variable. We will move it on the test variable box. And here in grouping, we will have to define the groups we have. So we'll move the gender here. So we will define the female and male are defined by 1 and 2. So they will be shown here and we'll click on continue and we'll click on OK. So in this output window, you can see our descriptive statistic is given where the marks obtained in the examination is given, like male are 9, females are 11, and mean for separately for both of them, standard deviation and standard error of mean. So in the second table, you can see independent sample t-test. So this is the table we want to interpret or draw inference from, understanding what these actually means, what the meaning of equal variance assumed, what does equal variance not assumed mean, what is t-test mean difference, 95% confidence difference. So all these we will understand to find whether our data is statistically significant or not, to reject the null hypothesis or accept the alternative or vice versa. So this will do on the basis of this table. So this will learn in the coming lectures. So I hope after watching this video, the beginners in the field would have understood the concept of descriptive statistics and inferential statistics and have seen what options SPSS provide for the both. If you find it helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also let me know in the comment section below your feedback for improvement. Thanks for watching.